inside, boy.
Hello everyone, welcome to my video. So today I want to talk about a survey called the Quantic Gamer Motivation Profile. It is a tool that helps you understand your gaming preferences, comparing your answers with other players to see what kind of gamer you are. Also, it gives you insights into your gaming motivations and even recommends games based on your style. I took the survey myself and it turns out I'm a ninja bounty hunter. The profile says I like fast-paced, action-packed games where I can test my skills and dive into some serious challenges. And Quantic recommendations for player, one of the games it recommended was God of War for me. So today we are going to see if that recommendation is on point. Alright, let's start with action components. One of the highest motivations in my profile, according to the survey. I scored pretty high in destruction and excitement, meaning I love fast, chaotic, explosive gameplay. When I am gaming, I want to feel that rush, blowing things up, defeating enemies, and just causing pure mayhem. If you have played God of War, you know it has got action space. The combat is brutal, fast-paced, and satisfying. Whether I am swinging with Leviathan axe, pulling off Spartan Rage, or unleashing with the Blade of Chaos, I am causing a lot of destruction. It is high energy and very fight feels intense. So yeah, God of War hits that sweet spot for me.
Keep shooting, boy! I will clear our path!
Okay!
Shorten the time between your volleys!
What happened to accuracy over speed?
There are many targets! You will not miss!
Next, let's talk about social components. I am not exactly a social gamer. I scored 35% here, meaning I prefer to play solo most of the time. I am not into multiplayer game unless I am playing with my friends. So, God of War is perfect for me in this area. It is a single player experience from start to finish. Sure, Atreus is with you the whole time, but it is all about Kratos and his journey. I don't need to team up with anyone else to enjoy in this game. For me, it is all about the story and gameplay. No need for online co-op competitive matches here. I will play online games with friends, but it is more for fun. So yeah, I am not really the social gamer the survey seems to be referring to, and God of War suits me. Now, let's dive into mastery components. I got 73% in strategy, but only 35% in challenge, which means I like games with some strategic depth but don't need to be hardcore when it comes to difficulty. I like to think through my movements, but I am not the type to spend hours mastering games' toughest challenges. So, here is where God of War is interesting. While it is not a Dark Souls level challenge, it definitely makes you think strategically at times. For example, there are puzzles to solve and you have to think about which weapons or upgrades to use in certain situations. But it is not about grinding or punishing difficulty, more about enjoying the journey and making strategic choices about your progression. So, while I wouldn't call it hardcore, there is still a good amount of strategic thinking involved, especially when you are upgrading Kratos or deciding how to approach a boss fight.
Freaks!
Gonna have a good time with that kid. You mean you oppose the right to that?
Next up, achievements. I am not the type to go crazy collecting every achievement or trophy. My achievement score was pretty low at 22%, and that's because I care more about power and progression than I do about completing every little checklist. In God of War, I didn't go after every single collectible or trophy. Instead, I focused on making Kratos as powerful as possible. I spent time exploring to find those chests with powerful gear or upgrades. I wasn't hunting for every little collectible, I was hunting for strength. I just wanted to become the most powerful version of Kratos. I don't care so much about achievements, but I care a lot about feeling powerful in game.
Kastrider, Gropradri, Vriking.
Let's talk about creativity. I scored 56% in design, which means I like customizing my character, but I am not super big on experimenting with the game world itself. I prefer to tweak and personalize my character's look rather than get deep into mods or custom worlds. In God of War, I definitely spent time choosing Kratos' armor because looking good is important for me. There were some epic armor sets, and I made sure Kratos looked badass. But I also swapped it out sometimes for fun, just to see what kind of ridiculous combos I could make. I didn't mod the game or go crazy with customization, but I definitely enjoyed making Kratos look unique. I also appreciate the game's design overall. Everything from the environments to the character models is beautifully crafted. But yeah, when it comes to creativity, God of War gave me just enough customization to keep me happy. And finally, we have got immersion. This is my highest motivation at 73%. When I play a game, I want to get completely lost in the world, the story, and the characters. And God of War totally delivers on that. All of the design and story parts suitable to each other. The relationship between Kratos and Atreus is what really makes the game stand out for me. Early on, Kratos is distant and Atreus being young. They didn't understand each other, but as the story progresses, you see that dynamic shift. Kratos starts opening up more, and Atreus becomes more mature. It is not just told through dialogue or cutscenes. Either it is in how they interact during gameplay, like when Atreus helps during combat or asks Kratos about the gods. Those small moments really make their bond feel real. As for the world, God of War does an amazing job of making it feel alive. Every realm has its own personality, and the lore surrounding the gods and the world building is so rich. You are not just completing objectives, you are discovering the past of this incredible universe. The dialogue and pacing keep you hooked, and it all blends together to create a story that you really get lost in. So, after playing God of War and looking at my Quantic Gamer motivation profile, I will say the results are pretty accurate. The survey recommended God of War because I like action, power progression, and immersion, and it definitely hit the mark.